University of Wisconsin-Platteville coming off its first program playoff victory last week in Naperville for the second round. QB John Kelly nearly 3,500 yards and 34 touchdowns on the year. 10 catches and a $160 for Trevor Whitehead receiving last week. It's Shane Durkin and Jordan Dean's job to shut him down. We show you junior running back Ryan Kent as foreshadowing, but North Central does its damage first through the air. Just 2 plays into the game, North Central strikes first. Spencer Stanning to Chad O'Kane down the field. 83 yards later, it's a touchdown, 4th longest pass play in North Central history. Pioneers looking to answer on their first drive, and they put themselves in good position after this 27-yard hookup between Kelly and Whitehead. 2 plays later, the drive ends, but not with a score. The defensive line puts good pressure on Kelly. He forces the ball into the end zone. Jason Callahan steps in front of it and takes it to the 28. The Cards don't get points out of that drive, but they do get the ball back a few minutes later. Kent does the rest from 14 yards out, 14-0 North Central. Platteville gets on the board with a field goal, but NCC comes right back with a 7-play drive, capped off by this 24-yard scamper from Kent. Somehow gets through 4 players near the goal line for the score. Platteville carrying the second-best passing offense in the nation. They need some production from it, down 18 in the second quarter. The wheel starts spinning on this drive, pitched to Lee Vlasic, and then he dumps it ahead to Paul Wright. The pass completion good for 28 yards. Pioneers now working in the red zone, 14 yards ahead to Russell Martin. That sets up this 3-yard touchdown run from Vlasic, 21-10, UWP within shouting distance. But the momentum does not last long. 3 plays into the next North Central drive, Kent finds another giant hole straight up the gut. 60 yards for the score, his 3rd of the day, only the second quarter, 28-10. Platteville sticks around. An 8-play drive from the Pioneers ends with 6 points, 20-yard toss to Riley Bailey, 28-17. That's as close as the Pioneers get. Cardinals driving on their next series, facing a 4th down. Stanek gets it with his legs. 1st and goal, Stanek with the quick strike laser off the play fake. Chad O'Kane, the recipient, ends the game with 3 receiving touchdowns, pushing his season total to 11, 35-17 at the half. The first score of the 3rd quarter is another big rush touchdown for 42-17. I'll give you 2 guesses on who scores it, but you probably only need 1. Kent, for his 4th of the day, ties a school record. He also finishes only 3 yards short of a single-game program record with 257. North Central dispatches Platteville and on to the 3rd round for just the 2nd time in school history.
I think it became pretty obvious early in the game that Ryan was really having a hot hand today. He was seeing things, he was hitting the holes decisively, and he had a great burst when he got through. And so as coaches, when you feel somebody on a roll like that, you want to try to keep feeding them.
I think the offensive line did a great job, and without them, obviously, we wouldn't have been able to run the ball the way we did. I think you could drive trucks through some of those holes. They did a great job.
And we were putting Chad in spots this week during practice where he could, really beat their safeties and get over the top of them, and he did a great job today. Obviously, you can see by his stats. So yeah, he had a great game.
But they got the whole package. I mean, they got receivers, running backs, and they got depth, and they're a great unit. Their defense, Mike Murray, I've known him for many years, has done a great job. I know we put up some yardage and maybe scared them a little bit, but they're very solid on that side of the ball too. So I think that they got all 3 faces to do very well in the playoffs.
They were definitely the best offense that we've seen. They're just all over the field, especially from a defensive lineman standpoint. It's hard to really get into the game when the ball is flying across your head this way, flying across your head this way too, just because they get rid of the ball so fast. So they were really good, and they did what they did well.
There's plenty of times where we turn the ball over, or missed a throw here, missed a block there, and we turn the ball over, and then we give it to their offense. And like we said, they're very efficient. So we just got to be better. It was, like we said, it's been a fun year.
It ended up working out pretty well, especially with the interception. But as a defensive line, we really wanted to get some pressure, and we started to get it towards the end when he started losing a little bit of confidence just because he was hurt and stuff like that too. So props to the coverage slowing him down and giving us some time to work too. So
I just think that this group of seniors, I'm much tighter with this team than I was back in 2010. The guys are a little bit older than me, but I just think this group of seniors is really tight, and we really know what we want to do and where we want to get. And it's pretty exciting.